What's up, everybody? AnimeX here, and in this video, I'm going to be talking somewhat briefly on the events that have been taking place in the past couple of weeks after the murder of George Floyd. This video, obviously, just based on that intro alone, is going to be much different than most of my other anime videos, mostly the other videos I'm going to have on the channel. This is acting as kind of things on two separate levels. One, this is acting as the rekindling of the Anime X arc that we were going on. And the real reason I think that I've been inspired to come back with such a vengeance this time is just I've realized after seeing all of these events, after being beaten down by 2020 as a whole, I think I truly can understand, just watching my favorite creators, understand the importance of an escape, understand the importance of, while you do need to talk about this issue and while it is very pressing, I do think that sometimes you do need an escape from things like this, right? You do need this entertainment to just let you know that not everything is all bad, right? But before we get into that, let's take a step back and just give a very brief synopsis of my opinion on this matter. As most of you, I'm assuming, are aware, there have been riots, there have been protests, there has been looting, all in the name of, so basically, essentially, Black Lives Matter movement, right, going into full effect. And it really was kickstarted after a recent tragic event that occurred from a police officer trampling on an African-American man, George Floyd's, neck and ending his life. Obviously, this has been something that has affected not only me, not only you guys, but the entire country as a whole, as it's really sparked quite a big hot topic debate, and it's sparked a lot of action from people. Myself, I'm on the side that protesting and that basically calling, actually going into action is very important for us. And by us, I just mean black people and just people in general, right? Because I think that this is just another example of police brutality and just an example of just something an injustice that does not need to continue to occur. Now, I know a lot of people have mixed opinion on this. Well, rioting isn't good, looting is bad. Whatever your opinions on this, I don't think that you can argue against, if you're in the right mind, that there is a problem and this problem needs to be fixed somehow. I will be talking about this problem more in depth with you guys there on a live stream after a little bit of time after this video releases. It airs out. It just lets you guys know that I'm coming back. But I really want to argue against some of the false things that I've heard, the false arguments, the bad arguments. I try to refute this, right? Like the whole, okay, we shouldn't be protesting because it's dangerous, blah, 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 right? The first thing is obviously the Black Lives Matter, right? A lot of the times when people say Black Lives Matter, it's countered with the hashtag All Lives Matter, right? And the problem with this, right, I think the reason people say All Lives Matter as a response is that they think when people say hashtag Black Lives Matter, right, they mean only Black Lives Matter, right? Which just isn't true, right? What we're saying, right, what that means is that this is really mentioning to the people that don't understand this, right, that our lives have just as much value as yours do, right? You can't impose your ideologies, right, to such an extent where you think it's okay to, say, end our lives or attack us or treat us any differently than you would any other person on the planet, right? And All Lives Matter cannot exist without Black Lives Mattering as well, right? I'm pretty sure you guys have probably heard that all over the place, right? I'm not the person who originated that, but I do want to make you guys aware of that initially, right? Another thing people are saying is that peaceful protests should be the only thing that's happening, right? And while I do think that peaceful protests are very good, right, they create a very good environment around them, right, we do see examples of what peace gets you. There have been people who've been shot in the eyes, shot all over their bodies with rubber bullets for having peaceful protests, being lumped in with people that are rioting and looting. I don't necessarily support rioting or looting, but I certainly understand why you'd go to that extreme when your brothers and sisters, when people all across the world in America are being shot and killed and treated differently just because of how we look. I completely understand that. And I do think that in order to get drastic change, you have to take drastic measures, right? I don't think it's very realistic to just think that, oh, by being completely peaceful, being nice, right, things are going to change. If you look at history, what has made change in America, right? We wanted freedom, right? We wanted independence from Great Britain. We had the Revolutionary War. You wanted civil rights, or you wanted black people to be free. We had the Civil War, where Americans literally fought Americans for the freedom of black people, right? You just look at our history, right? Women wanted the right to vote. They wanted to be on equal playing fields as men, and that's obviously a great cause, right? But they didn't just sit on their hands and just chill, right? They fought for it. They fought for what they wanted, and they got it after fighting, right? Talk is cheap, right? Actions are what's necessary to push your ideology forward, right? And I think now we've reached a tipping point where we're now acting, right? We're past the whole stage of saying Black Lives Matter and silently protesting, right? Now we're doing. And now that we're doing something, right? Now that we're pressing the issue, people have to pay attention. You have to look at us now. When thousands of people, hundreds of thousands of people all across America are pushing for one cause, you have to see us. You have to watch us. That's just the way it is. People aren't watching you unless you do something that either makes them uncomfortable or is a spectacle. These protests happen to be both. So now you have to look at our cause and you have to acknowledge it, right? Which is why I think this in general is very needed for our cause, right? Obviously, there's some bad eggs, but if you were to argue that because some people are looting, right, that all people should be taken off the streets and the protest should not be allowed, then I'd counter you with this. If you could lump in, if one bad apple can ruin the whole batch, right, what about police officers? Now, I tend to hold the idea that no group can be generalized as all bad or all good, right? But let's say we went with your example, just a hypothetical example, right? You say, oh, well, people are looting, so that makes them bad. That makes all the protesters in the wrong. Okay. Well, police officers have been brutally murdering people. They have been abusing their abilities, right? They've just been using the power that is granted to them to hurt people. Black, white, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter. Police officers, the people who are supposed to protect us, have been abusing their power, right? But not every single cop has. But wait, if one bad apple makes the whole batch bad, then all police officers are bad, right? You have to look at it like that, right? You have to understand that you can't just lump the whole crowd in because a few people are doing things bad, which kind of refutes the whole idea of, oh, looters means everybody gets off the streets, right? This isn't even really the full extent to how I want to talk. I just don't want to make this video too ranty, too preachy, right? Too overbearing, right? Which it's still me being hesitant, right? But I just felt like I needed to make this video before I make any other videos that are my usual style of anime review, whatever, what ifs, all that kind of stuff. I just wanted to make this. I will be live streaming and just talking about this issue more in depth, responding to if people disagree, right, with my ideas, I'd gladly like to talk with them about it, right? And hopefully persuade them, right, to my side via good arguments, right? And hopefully neither side gets too heated, right? And I say all this to say, right, as the thumbnail and title, right, kind of, this all comes to the culmination of the idea that I mentioned earlier, right? That you guys and just people as a whole need to escape from reality sometimes. Sometimes we don't need to be faced with all of this, all the problems that the world is giving to us, right? All this, we have coronavirus, we have killer hornets, we have protests in nearly every state in America just going on, ravaging the place, right? Sometimes you just want to step back, you want to take a bit, you want to just enjoy, seeing some videos, seeing some content, right? Seeing some anime, watching some anime, reading some manga. And I realized that in the past few days, it's really hit me. And this is what I really want to kickstart off, like the rekindling of the Anime X arc. And obviously I've said this multiple times, but this time I'll instead of saying it, right, and just saying it, I'll let my actions speak. When my videos drop back to back for the next few days, I'll let those actions speak for me, rather than I'll let my words speak for me. Okay, so obviously this video was not monetized. It would feel weird to do so on this type of video, right? Just to spread awareness on the issue. This is what this video is for, and really let you guys know that I'm coming back, and I'm coming back so that you guys have an escape, right? And so that you guys have something to look forward to every day. You have some content to look forward to every day, all right? And just really big plans for the future. So, I think that's how I'll end off the video, guys. Hope you are looking forward to the return of moi. Hope you guys are really pressing this issue and making sure that this movement keeps going with full steam. And I hope you guys are staying safe out there. I don't think enough people are talking about the safety, but that's that. I'll leave it off here so I don't keep rambling and preaching to you guys. Anyways, look forward to videos coming out tomorrow, and hopefully after that on a daily basis. But we'll see going out from here on out. Look forward to the live stream. Probably at this upcoming weekend, but we'll see. Anyways, hope you guys are staying safe, and this is NMAX signing off.